Alright, we should be live on YouTube now. I think. If anybody wants to, anyone that's in the auditorium wants to join the chat, or if you have a question or anything, I'm going to do like gameplay / AMA. Alright, I need to figure out how to craft a sword. Is there like a crafting table? No, don't let that thing kill me. Craft this. We need to craft stuff so we can go out on an adventure. We just need to have materials so that we don't get killed by phoenixes. If anybody has a question, I'm kind of watching the YouTube channel. I don't know, MetaRaisin, if you want to help me moderate this, that'd be awesome.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I turned off the volume.
Oh, can you hear me now?
1 second.
What is that?
There we go.
If you're able to help moderate this, that'd be awesome.
The problem is I don't even know the gameplay yet.
Yeah, me neither, really.
I wish I could moderate this, but I don't know how to. I don't know where people turn the right. I think Anthony's online.
Okay.
I'll try to be in.
Okay, we need to combine our brain power and figure out how to make some swords and some armor. All these steeds. Wow. We need to get Great Blue and Dry Guy in the game chat.
Do we already have the NFTs inside here? Or
No.
It's not yet set up.
This is just Minetest. I was going to use this to kind of explain all the concepts and stuff. I think we should be set up. I'm going to look at YouTube so I can see if we get any questions there.
Oh, I see. So this will be like the Cardano craft will be.
Yeah, so the cool thing about... Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm looking at the live stream on YouTube on my phone, so I can see your guys' questions if you go to YouTube. Alright. Yeah, so what's cool about Minetest is that it's totally open source. So basically that means we're not at the will of Microsoft, and we can build our metaverse and everything that we want to build without any kind of fear of getting rug pulled by Microsoft or like running into any other problems. It's also free to play, so everybody's going to be able to join without having to buy Minecraft Java, which is another big plus. Plus, like we can also, because it's open source, we can really modify it to whatever extent we want. So it's going to be super easy for us to like integrate Cardano wallets into the server and like smart contracts and everything. With Minetest, it's going to be way easier for us to do because of the fact that it's all open source. Plus, we can fit a much larger amount of people in one server. Like, I think the capacity is it's in the tens of thousands of users. As we're on Java, you're more limited to like a few thousand per server.
I see. So, are you guys gonna modify it to be like multiplayer or single player only?
It definitely will be multiplayer. The objective is to end up with a server, and we can add all kinds of different texture packs to make it look however we really want it to. I think a cool way to think about it, which Paul brought up, Adapunk Paul, is like Minetest is kind of more like an engine than a game, and like because it's so open source, you can kind of build whatever you want. So we can add really cool like texture packs and stuff to make like the graphics kind of look however we want them to look. It doesn't even have to be like Minecraft themed per se.
You guys scratching each other.
And then, yeah, the objective will be to get as much of the Cardano community into one of these servers into the Cardano Craft server as we can, and then have all different types of museums for different projects, have like places for people to trade NFTs, of course have land so you can build up your land and display your projects or like build whatever you want to build on your land, and then we can start,
There's a monster.
Yeah,
Get inside the house.
Alright, maybe if we all team up and whack it with our fist, we can kill it. I'm gonna die. I really need to figure out. Oh, there he goes. I need to figure out how to craft the sword. I can look in my inventory, but. Oh, there's so many flies everywhere.
I don't have a weapon.
I know, we need to figure out how to build it. I need a crafting table, I think. Someone asked in the YouTube chat, how can I verify my NFT for Discord? If you go into the announcements channel, there is a video. I'll just show you actually. You come here and you go to announcements, and you scroll up here. There's a video that we made on how to connect it, and right now we have it for Nami, and then we're working to add more wallets to it.
Can you actually go up with these ladders?
Yeah, look, you just did it.
Oh, he's up there.
I know.
How did he get there?
Oh, right guy's about to get murdered.
Is there like an elevator?
Okay, we really need to figure out how to make swords. So we need Paul in here. I need like a crafting table or something.
see, just hold the space button. You can go up.
Blah, blah, blah.
Just hold the space button. You can go up on the second floor. Shit, I fell.
Yeah, you can join the server. It's if you go onto our Discord. Here, let me Dreamland Survival.
If you press C, letter C, you can see your character in third person, I think.
If you want to join the server, I just put the name in the YouTube chat. We need someone in here that can make some swords for us.
Let's explore a little bit.
Yeah, we just need stuff. Press I, and then it'll bring up your inventory. And then I'm trying to figure out. Oh! Let's go. How do you do that?
Oh, you have a sword?
Why guy made it for me? We need more. How did you do it? How did you do it? Hey. Do you know how to make swords for random troll? Alright, Rye Guy's gonna set us all up with swords. Someone good that one. Meta, Brazen. Here's your sword. Alright, let's do it. Hey. Alright, where do we want to go?
How do you modify those things?
What thing?
Like craft those costumes or...
Oh, well, do I have an Iron Man skin right now?
Yeah, I see that you can craft some different clothes.
Yeah, press I, and then go down to the skins where it's like the little face. Little Steve face. And then just hit change skin.
Oh, I see.
This one's pretty cool. I know. Yes, it's French. I can't read any of the words in the
I look like Pablo Escobar.
server. No. He doesn't want to die. Oh man. help me kill this thing. Pablo.
I don't have a weapon.
Alright, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Oh, I'm jumping in the water. Ooh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kill myself.
How do you craft the weapon?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Let me figure that out. And I just watched where I got get murdered by a phoenix.
This thing chasing me. I'm dead.
We need a Minecraft pro in here. Phoenix is terrifying.
Anybody expert on this game?
Okay.
Maybe like a tutorial for the beginners. Oh shit, I died.
Alright, this Phoenix wants to fight me. I'm sorry. I gotta look at the chat. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, like Cardano craft related, came on here to do like an AMA / gameplay session, so.
If we actually watch the Minecraft gameplays on YouTube, is it gonna be the same with the Cardano craft?
What do you mean by that? Like, what do you like? Do you mean is it gonna look the same?
I mean, like the gameplays, the mechanics, the craftings.
Yeah, a lot of it will be the same. We'll play around with like some texture packs, like enhance the graphics and make them look a little different. But a lot of the mechanics will be the same. Plus, you'll get like a bunch of like blockchain mechanics integrated into the server. So we'll be able to do stuff like tokenize the land and like tokenize a bunch of the different assets and stuff. And then we're going to do a treasure hunt. So that will be the first thing that happens. Is your founder NFT will give you access to a treasure hunt where there'll be NFTs hidden in different blocks throughout the server. And that'll be the first basic rollout of Cardano Craft. And then from there we'll move into minting land and people building structures and like displaying their NFTs and everything like that.
I see. I think I did already craft. I just need the items.
Yeah, screaming birds are getting to me too. What are you doing? Do we want to try? We can try a different server if we want.
Somebody raising hands. 399.
There we go.
Good evening, and thank you for taking me up stage.
Yeah, of course.
I got a question.
Yeah.
My French is really not good, and I'm struggling with downloading the client to join you guys on the server.
Are you downloading it on Mac or Windows or?
Windows, but I haven't any clue where I even can download it. I'm currently on the juneland.fr website.
Oh, here. I'm gonna send you the link in the general chat. Oops. Just sent you the download link.
Perfect, thank you. Okay. Finally a complete English page.
Yeah, Minetest is really cool because it's completely open source as opposed to partially open sourced like Minecraft Java. Plus, it's free.
You asked about 5 minutes ago for Minecraft Pro, so here I am.
Oh,
If you got any questions to me,
let's go. Have you tried Minetest before?
no, never. Mine has never worked. No Minecraft.
Gonna go try and reach a random troll. I think it should be easier to download it on Windows than on Mac. Whoa.
Hey, which server are you guys on? There are a lot of servers.
Yeah, it's called Juneland. June land. Juneland Survival.
Your land? Okay.
No, Juneland.
Juneland, okay.
I'll send you the...
Juneland Survival FR.
Yeah.
You people are French guys.
What?
You are French guys. So
Oh,
you're
no.
from French.
I'm not French, but the server is. I can't read any of that.
Could I ask you where you're from?
I'm from the States. I'm in Washington State at the moment. I'm heading to New York for NFT NYC tomorrow morning, very early. How about yourself?
Have you heard about CNFTCon?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about CNFTCon?
Yep.
Maybe next year we get a NFTCon in New York.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, hopefully. I'm actually working with some of the IOHK people to throw a CNFT event around NFT NYC on the 6th. Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Where in
It's
Germany?
about, a little bit past midnight here.
Where in Germany?
the west part. It's called Essen, like food in English, like food in German. Essen.
Got it. I've been, I've only been to Berlin.
Pretty huge city,
Yeah.
at least in German.
Yeah. Is that you?
Okay. Yeah, it's me. Ryan, hi. Okay. We need to find unclaimed land, I think. Oh, okay, this is not normal Minecraft.
No, it's not.
You can't even run.
You're getting killed by flies.
Oh my gosh. How annoying.
I need to see the crafting guide for these.
Okay, perfect, thank you. I'm not that familiar with modern Minecraft. Waystone to them. I see, perfect. French, okay. Multiple meters.
Can you read French?
No. Totally not. My English is pretty good and my German, but all other language, not really. Oh my gosh, this is like a alpha version of Minecraft. This game.
There's very super the servers get pretty crazy because people can kind of build whatever they want. I had Ada Punk Paul was playing the Minetest with him. We were exploring different servers. It's pretty wild. You can basically build whatever you want, like mod it however you want and everything. It's kind of more like an engine than a game.
You can't even craft a crafting table. Normally when you start Minecraft you jump on a tree and then you craft the tree into a crafting table. Oh, that is impossible. Oh my god, and I get damaged by chicken? What is oh my gosh, okay.
Whoa. What is that?
You died.
Alright, I'm about to die.
And like here on the top, no monster. I can focus on crafting.
I'm getting killed by a tree monster.
How can you craft?
I'm trying to figure that out. I don't even know to.
Is it? Oh,
This is the first time I played this game. It seems like I already have the recipe, but it's not crafting anything.
Whoa. There's a monster coming out. It's coming up there.
It's a really scuffed up version of Minecraft.
I think it's server to server. We could try a different server if you want. Is that what I mean? Is that damaging?
I think the service fine, but the thing is Minetest version of Minecraft. I mean, it's not really Minecraft. I think it's completely different game.
What's up, Iron Man?
I get it. But I really like it that you tend to focus on the usage of NFTs.
Yeah, definitely, and like Minetest is like flexible enough where we can kind of add the mods that we need to make it look and feel like however much we want it to look and feel and work like Minecraft, and then also like different where we want it to be different.
Isn't it possible with Java edition of Minecraft, or did you guys get problems with Microsoft then?
There's no the main problems is one that it's not free, so people would need to pay, and then also because this is totally open source, it gives us a lot more flexibility to do like whatever we want to do and build whatever we want to build. So that's a huge plus.
Cheats are not working.
Isn't Minecraft, the normal Minecraft, completely open source too?
It's not. It's only like partially open source.
Oh, someone just sniped me from afar. That spider.
He's sniping me too.
It's shooting snowballs.
I don't think those are snowballs. There's so many monsters down there.
I'll try to search the specific cheats for this Minetest.
And there are none.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, but anybody in the auditorium has any questions?
Good evening.
Hey,
Nice.
sorry I didn't see your hand up.
No, it's okay. No, not a problem. Before I delve into the question, I just want to give some feedback. This is actually for an open source project which is probably written from scratch. This is actually a pretty good rendition of Minecraft, including some mods and plugins. For example, I saw that World Edit is a thing here, like by default. My question is, how exactly are you going to keep track of the users which are going to come in here? Like, whenever they log into the server, you're going to request their wallet address from them, or how are you going to approach that?
Yeah, we're probably gonna do login through a Nami wallet login. I think we might set up something similar to how you would log into like Decentraland, for example. And we may also do it like in different stages. Like when we do the treasure hunt, we might just have it be that you just log in normally, and you go and you find them. And the idea will be to kind of like implement more and more blockchain mechanics as kind of like the server gets built out. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. That's actually a very nice approach. Thanks for answering that. How are you on this Sunday afternoon for you, evening for me?
Awesome. Yeah, I'm not doing anything for Halloween, but Minetest.
Good for you.
How about yourself? What you got going on?
Everything is alright, to say the least. Especially with what I showcased you today in the DMs. If we can do that properly, it would be lovely for everybody in the community.
Totally. How's the wallet that you're working on coming along? For the verification bot, I mean.
For now, it's like I haven't done much ever since I DM'd you, but I'm gonna get in touch with people from the community. Like I'm gonna ping somebody in general to provide me with a bunch of different wallets for me to test it locally, and after that I'm gonna fine tune it so that it works properly for the server. Because, like I told you, right now it only showcases how many of each there are per wallet, and I plan on, like, for example, persisting what data we get, like the wallet and the associated Discord account, to maybe check every now and then if it's still in the wallet, and if it's not, to remove the roles from the user. Like, there are a lot of things which can be done about that, and this is brainstorming of potential expansions of that.
Got it.
But for now, it's a very bare bones.
What inspired you to build that?
Honestly, number one is Sunday boredom. Number two is the frustration that it's only restricted to Nami at the moment. And I just went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something for that. How difficult can it be?
That's awesome. Trying to make my way over to you right now.
Oh, I finally found out how to craft on here. I'm at spawn.
Yeah.
I got spawn to install.
Yeah, what's nice is that you don't need a crafting table here. Like, you already have your 3x3 grid in your inventory.
How'd you pull it out?
With I on the keyboard.
Hello, kind sir.
Hello.
Anything.
Some mushroom trees.
When I try clicking it, it says no usage. So.
Cookie over here.
After you click on it, you have to click on the craft grid on your left, and that's gonna transfer it over to your crafting grid, if you have the materials for it, that is. On the topic of what I was speaking with Grant, Ryan, I have a question for you. What wallet are you using, like, for the player bit?
I'm not the owner.
You're not an owner yet.
Yeah, but sorry. What is the question? Best in simple English.
What wallet are you using?
Currently, I'm using the Yoroi wallet.
Okay. I might contact you after the auditorium because I want to test something out. if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Amazing.
But currently I only got the green founder
Uh,
token.
doesn't.
I tried to get my hands on a purple one, but the price went up to over 200 ADA.
Oh yeah, but that's not an issue for me. Like even if it's green or purple, I don't really care because I'm working on a verification bot for the players, and I need as many different wallets as possible for me to test it thoroughly.
Better raise here. Take this.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help test it as well.
I'm sorry.
I'd be happy to help test it as well.
Thank you for that. Like I need to try test it out with like the different big wallets names such as Nami, Yoroi, because for now I've only tested it with CC Wallet and it works with that. But I'll definitely
How'd you craft it?
With the crafting grid, you turn wooden planks into sticks, and then sticks and cobblestone into sword.
Ryan, we should make a crash course for all Minecraft beginners.
Yeah. I feel that.
Sil, if you want to join the chat, I just sent you an invite.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
The thing is, what I'm thinking about, why are people investing like $400 in a token and aren't even here to listen what it is for, or what it's planned for?
Well, in my opinion, the number one thing is it's Halloween, like people are out probably partying or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
even
I
our
imagine.
team.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Either they're partying or they're asleep because it's a Sunday and they have work tomorrow. Myself included, but I work remotely, so time is not an issue for me.
In Germany is work-free day tomorrow.
Really, you have a holiday there?
A holiday day, yes.
I have to check how the holidays are here in Denmark as well.
I don't know what it's called exactly. Allerheiligen, Old Holy? So let me check this.
Yeah.
Old Holy? Yeah. All Saints. All Saints Day. Okay. Makes sense.
Hey, can you guys hear me all right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got a question there for you, Grant.
Yeah.
What's the kind of delay from, say, like, the voting going on right now for whatever the first game that we choose? Just how long from, like, if, say, we were to choose a second game after that, what's the downtime between, like, decision on game to actually implementation?
So there's basically two different types of strategies that we have for approaching games. One is for like the really big game titles, so that being Fortnite and Warzone and those type of games, which we're building a layer on top of using APIs and building a layer that's on top of the game rather than integrated directly within the game. And then for other games, more so like indie games, because they're more willing to kind of test things out and try new concepts. Those are the games that we're reaching out to kind of integrate blockchain mechanics directly within, so like tokenizing the actual items in the game, and things like that. So the building the layer on top is a little bit faster for us to move on. But as far as the voting on these games, the process is we're going to have the vote. This round of voting will be completed tomorrow, and this is kind of somewhat like a test round for us to kind of get all of the kinks and everything sorted out. And so we'll have the game submissions. Right now, Rift is winning, and then we'll reward the person who submitted that game with some ADA to kind of give a reward for people submitting different games. And then we'll have the team write up some proposals and stuff for those games and communicate with them and see about launching them on Cardano. And then we'll be doing more of that pretty rapidly, but this first round will help us kind of test everything out, like perfect our technology and our process, and then that'll allow us to approach more and more games. So the voting will be done on the 1st, and then we'll start reaching out to the games, and then different games will have different difficulty levels of integrating into them. So it's kind of how long that would take is game to game, but relatively quickly.
And so, just to be clear about timelines and stuff like that. So, let's say whatever game gets voted. Right now, it seems like Metaverse Keeper is probably at least the front runner. So say we say that's a layer on top game since it's already deployed, and it would be hard to have necessarily assets for that kind of game because it's already coded around in-game assets that aren't native to Cardano. So that sounds like some technical challenges, but once we have the layer ready, there won't be the actual, play to earn mechanism actually functioning until the whole Player-Mint platform launches. Is that correct?
So some games, and we'll reach out to a number of the games that were submitted, and then kind of prioritize the ones that the community was wanting more. And we have enough infrastructure built to be able to start tokenizing games and helping these games build play-to-earn mechanics. So we can jump into that and start creating assets and stuff for the game pretty much right away. And then for the actual core Player-Mint product with being able to integrate into games like Fortnite and stuff like that will be in the beginning of Q1.
Yeah, that's okay. Another question that maybe this will get cleared up in the tokenomics white paper when all those details are really hammered out, but we have that 100 million initial supply, and so is there is that all earmarked in some way for distribution? Are we going to sell off, whatever, 80 million to the open market with a small kind of early access for founder keys, or is there some other plan for promotional reward systems and say tournaments or something?
Yeah, so the founder token holders will have first access to the platform to begin earning it through gaming before other people. The first few reward epochs will go towards the people that have the founder NFTs, and also the ability to, if you want to also buy it, you'll have first access to buy it as well, or you can just earn it from gaming. but it's distributed at a fixed rate at each epoch. And then if you have the founder NFT, then you'll get first access to the reward pool.
Right, there's like the 5% that decreases over the course of the first 10 years or whatever, but I'm referring more to like the initial token supply. It's like 2/3 of all PMX tokens.
Yeah.
And
so that allows that. So basically, that allows you to get to a point where the system has like a lower inflation rate, while still having like a good enough amount of tokens for the user experience to be good, so that you're not giving out a really small amount of coins. While also not having like the inflation rate being too high the following years.
Yeah, no, I really like the inflation curve of the tokenomics of PMX. I think it's really good.
Maybe I'm doing a bad job of understanding your question.
Well, the question that I'm kind of getting at is just like, it's more so around the initial circulating supply and how that will be like accessed and put onto the market.
Okay, gotcha. So that will be earned through gaming. So there'll basically be two initial pools at the beginning. One will be having a small pool available for people to buy the token if they want to, and then also the rest will just be entering circulation via gameplay performance. So where you stand on the leaderboard will determine how much of like the new supply you're getting, and that's how the majority of the initial supply is going to be entering the market, and then people can take it and they can sell it on Sunday Swap or wherever.
So it sounds like the initial first people to really be playing are probably going to have a fairly sizable reward pool.
There's definitely obviously advantage to being first on the platform.
These monsters.
You're dying all the time. By the way, why are you wearing your Christmas sweater?
This is my Halloween costume.
Creepy.
These monsters fucking me up.
Scary Christmas.
Like to craft something in here, like you have to gather the materials first, or is it already there?
Yes, you have to gather wood. And with wood you can craft anything. Like a pickaxe or a sword or an axe. Or an axe.
So the early adopters obviously are getting a benefit for being early adopters. It also just works out from like a tokenomics standpoint that rewarding people like the early adopters kind of ends up being best, I think, in my opinion, for like the tokenomics of the following years. It kind of the math kind of works out the best that way.
What do you think about creating kind of vesting schedules so people don't just buy a bunch of PMX and just dump it on the market as soon as it's possible to do that?
So it will be distributed pretty fairly based off of how well you're playing the game, and over the course of divided by every epoch, which is every 5 days. So it'll be paced out throughout the year, the 100 million batch the first year. and then the amount that will like be available to buy at the beginning will like be like a very small percentage of like the overall supply. So it's hard to say that like, oh, anybody that like is getting the new tokens has like a vesting system, unless we like made some kind of smart contract that would do that.
How do I drop some items?
But another component to it is the fact that that people are going to need to hold it in order to get PlayerMint Pro, which like unlocks different features and like is kind of like a battle pass on Fortnite, so to speak. So like as more people are joining, like more and more people are going to need to hold, like continue to hold it as well. So
You said hold or fold?
hold bottle.
Oh,
You pick up the book.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Have you decided like how the actual marketplace like minting process will go? Like if say like PlayerMint releases their own game and we all want to mint assets in that game. When we mint those assets, would all the PMX like go to say PlayerMint, or would some get like locked up in an asset art contract, almost kind of like the engine model where they use engine lock in that are deconstructible back into those tokens?
Right.
Or is it more just like that's kind of what you guys are thinking?
Yeah, so I would say kind of a combination of a number of things. One, yeah, I do like that model that Engine has, and I think that's something that we will definitely do, or like give the option for people to do if they want to. A couple of the other things is the Babel fee model on Cardano makes like the user experience a lot better, and also makes the existence of the token make more sense, because the transaction fees within the system can be paid, like you can have native token transaction fees. So like rather than having to hold ETH and a token, you just do the transaction fees in PMX rather than like having to hold. So it kind of becomes like the base asset of the system. And then what we want to get to is then also having a treasury where the fees are going towards funding a treasury system, kind of like what Cardano has built out, and we're going to be able to use some of that infrastructure that Cardano has already built for like decentralized treasury systems, and then use that to then fund more reward pools and like fund community initiatives. So like the objective is for that to become like a DAO type treasury where you can have things like Catalyst running and things like that. But yeah, I also do like the engine idea as like giving people the option to do that.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for answering questions and for making yourself available.
Of course.
I gotta hop down, but yeah, if you're still on in a while, I might come up with some other stuff to bring up.
Yeah, and like feel free to reach out whenever. Like my DMs are open if you want to, like, if you have something that you want to ask specifically. So
That's cool. You can actually use the elevator.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
of course, I'm stuck in a cobweb.
Okay, who was the guy again? Was trying to figure out something with Yoroi wallet.
That would be me, and it's not just UI, but all kinds of wallets. Like, it's just for test's sake.
Because I doesn't want to stay on this one. Maybe we can do it now.
Just send it over in the DMs and I'll test it locally.
So what do we have to do?
Send me your wallet address.
The random troll, yeah? Feeling pretty good just sending my wallet and address to a random troll.